Welcome to a New Beginning podcast. I'm your host, Maureen Doyle. I'm a certified life coach, author, and coffee enthusiast. Did you know that at any moment you can create a new beginning in your health, relationships, career, or mindset? Each week, I will share simple strategies to transform your life and create new beginnings. Ready to start yours? Let's dive in. Every ending is the beginning of a story yet to be told. Today, I want to share with you some thoughts and some tools for any of you that's experiencing the end of a relationship, whether you were the one that made the decision or not. Because the truth is, the healing process looks very similar on both sides. I started my coaching practice years ago with a focus on divorce, having gone through my own over 20 years ago. And once you've walked through something painful, chances are you're in a better position to help others navigate it as well. So here are some of the tools and the perspectives that helped me and that I've shared with countless clients as they move through the pain of an ending. So step number 1 is to grieve. Most people's first instinct is to get angry, to lash out, or to blame, because anger feels more powerful than sadness. But under that anger is grief and hurt and loss. Grief can feel scary. Sometimes we are afraid that if we let ourselves feel it fully, it'll just swallow us up whole. But the opposite is true. Grief is a clean pain. It's meant to move through us and not to be stuffed down or ignored. Many clients tell me, I don't have time to grieve. I need to move on. But grief that isn't processed gets stuck in our body, and it will come out in sideways, all different ways. Snapping at your kids, shutting down emotionally, feeling exhausted for no reason, yelling at strangers. I suggest creating a space each day, or even just once a week, to let the grief bubble up. Maybe that's crying in the shower. Maybe it's taking a walk and letting the tears come. Maybe it's journaling. And just know this, there is no right timeline for grief. There's no rule book. Be in grief as long as you need to be. Step number 2, get support. You do not have to do this alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Find a therapist or a coach who can help you sort through your thoughts, especially the ones that are holding you back, the ones that are not serving you, the ones that keep you spinning. Talking to a trained professional gives you the space to say whatever you want to say out loud without fear of judgment and without burning your friends or family out, who, let's be honest, may not be offering you the best advice anyways. So think about this. Support is not a weakness. It's actually wisdom. Step number 3. Watch out for emotional buffering. When we're hurting, we often just want to numb the pain. We overdrink, we overeat, we scroll, we shop, we binge, anything to avoid feeling. This is what I call buffering. But avoidance just prolongs the healing. And then sometimes it even harms you in the process. The emotions you resist won't disappear. They'll persist. What we resist persists. And then they'll come out in ways you don't expect. So let yourself feel, sit with the emotion, name the emotion, give it some space, and that's how it will start to move. Watch out for the emotional buffering. Step number 4. Reclaim your power. This is where you start shifting your focus You start shifting your focus from the other person to you. Notice when you're not in your own lane. Notice when you're trying to control someone else, what they think, what they say, or what they do. Because that is a losing game, and it's exhausting. And the truth is, it just doesn't work. Instead, put the focus back on you and ask yourself, what can I control? Where does my own power lie? What are my thoughts? What are my feelings? What are my actions? Remember to stay in your own lane, because when you're in your own lane, you're in your power. Step number 5, the identity power grab. This is one of my favorite tools from my mentor, Brooke Castillo. Now is the time to reclaim or redefine who you are. It's a perfect time for that. So ask yourself, who am I now? Who do I want to be? Who was I in that relationship? And do I want to bring that version of me forward? Because maybe in your past relationship, you were always accommodating, always people-pleasing, or playing small. Maybe you lost yourself a little bit. And this is your moment to choose again. Decide who you want to be and start embodying that version. Let go of the old identity and lean into the new one. There are no rules. Everything is up for grabs. Ask yourself, where do I want to live? Do I want to stay in my home? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to stay in my city? How about my career? What kind of friends do I want around me? What kind of food do I want to eat? Do I love the way that I dress, the way that I speak, the way that I spend my time? This is your opportunity to choose. And when you start making these decisions, you will feel your power returning. Which leads me to step number 6. Make decisions. Make big ones and small ones. After a breakup, even if you initiated it, there will be a lingering sense of powerlessness. That's normal. That's because you're in the messy middle, the in-between state from your past identity and your new identity, which is not completely formed yet. You're in the messy middle. But decision-making is your path forward. Start small with decisions and then just get bigger and bigger. And as I always say, once you make a decision, the next decision is really important. And that one is to have your own back. Because the truth is, you can always change direction later, but don't let indecision freeze you. So ask yourself this. What would I love? What do I want to keep? What do I want to let go of? Would I choose this again? And if not, what do I choose now? Okay, step number 7, plan your future. Set 30, 60, and 90-day goals. And think about this. Who do you want to be by the end of the year? I always like to project to the end of the year just to kind of wrap it all up and think about who do I want to be when, for example, this year, at the end of 2025. Think about goals that make you feel energized and alive and make you feel proud. I highly recommend that you write them down and share them with a coach or a therapist or a trusted friend. Be careful who you share your dreams and goals with, because I like to call those an idea baby. And at this point, your idea baby is very vulnerable, and you don't want someone to talk negatively about your little idea baby. So when you have these goals and ideas for your future, be careful who you share them with. So let your future self, the version of you who already has the life that you want, let that version of you pull you forward instead of your past identity dragging you back. And here are some final thoughts. Your future is your property. You own it. This breakup is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Think about that. That simple shift from it happening to me to happening for me moves you out of a victim mode and back into power. Use this breakup as a springboard. Let it fuel your evolution. Don't let someone ending a relationship define you in any negative way. Here's some things that you can think about. Again, what can I control? What can't I control? Can I let that go? And what can I create now? This is your chance to actually love yourself more than you ever have before. Let this be the experience that defines you in a beautiful, powerful way. You can come out on the other side stronger than ever. Have a beautiful week, my friends. Talk to you next week. If you enjoyed this podcast, check out my free workbook, 6 Secrets to Getting Anything That You Want. Head over to maureen-doyle.com/6secretsguide to pick up your free copy today.